Okay, here we go. Right. So I'm talking again about yesterday's radio show, and I was quite impressed with the level of support that I got actually at Revolution Radio. There were people in the chat room urging me forward, encouraging me, and helping me deal with the technical issues. So the level of support was very good. It was the first show, and it was always going to be incomplete and technically challenging because it was the first show. So that's the way it works. So if the next one's got less technical challenges than the first one, then I've made some progress and I'm happy. We lost about 15 minutes due to technical issues, but I sorted it out. All it took was a reboot of my laptop, but I wasn't expecting to need to do that. So, but next time I shall reboot just before I go on air, and that way any issues that are sitting in the background waiting to happen should get sorted out with the reboot. Very, very simple. I just didn't know I had to do it, that's all. So Skype tends to hog resources, and that's one issue that I'm going to encounter. But we'll deal with it as we go along. I can dial in from my laptop. I can dial in from my Android smartphone if I need to. So we've got two different ways to get in. There's always going to be a way to get in, even if it's just doing the show from a cafe. That would be the other option, using their Wi-Fi. So three options. So there's always going to be a show. The technical quality might be variable, but there'll always be a show. And we'll see how it goes. People seem to like the format. I'm going to have some fun with emotional freedom technique. I'm going to have some fun with free association, hopefully get people involved. And we'll take it from there. We'll develop it and move it on as the group develops and see where we go. I'm also going to talk about metaphysics of money on this show and use emotional freedom technique to dig into the issues around money because people seem to have that as an issue. I've certainly had that as an issue in the past, and I've only just really cleared most of it, but I want to share my experience of that. Calling it metaphysics of money makes it slightly more philosophical than just doing emotional freedom technique. So there's going to be some talk about assumptions and about childhood issues around money from parents and such, and that sort of thing. So it's philosophy, psychology, and emotional freedom technique in combination make up metaphysics of money. Right, that might be just a monthly to start with. Or the other thing is I've got a friend who's semi-retired now, but he used to work in the media, and one of his responsibilities when he was working there was clearing music to be used for TV shows, and he's volunteered to clear some music for me if I ever want to use music on the show. So we can potentially do free association using music, using songs, which we used to do on a previous show, and it worked quite well on a Friday. The only issue we've got with that is I would need to do the show without the music and then do the show with the music later on when it's been cleared for use. So we could do it as a brainstorming session to get the music around the free association, and then we actually do the show. What that also means is I might potentially be able to do Edgar Hoover the musical, which is a project that I've been sitting on for about a year. It's due to have some movement in it at some point. I did it as a radio show on a local station in Newcastle last year, beginning of last year, or yeah, must have been springtime. Springtime was when I was doing the radio shows at Nova Northeast. So I did that in the springtime, 2-hour show. I've got 1 hour on Revolution Radio, so it'll have to be compressed. The timing's going to have to be worked out, but if we can clear the music around a particular keyword, then we can do a show which is music and free association around a keyword using music. So that'll be fun. it's a novel idea. It's practical. It's capable of happening. So I'm hoping that it's gonna move forward and have momentum of it on its own merit. It's a good idea. And people like music. Everybody likes music. So that's a good thing to start with. So that's enough rambling from me for now, and I'll catch you another time.